All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by, two state champions in track. Tyler Baker to my left, and on the bottom is AJ Martel. Obviously, both have been on here before, but welcome. And you guys are both state champions. How about that?
Unreal.
Great feeling.
Yeah. Well, so of course, you two have known each other for a while. You're best friends and all that. And so Tyler, talk to me about like how you got you were telling me earlier that you kind of taught AJ how to do all these hurdles things and all that.
I don't know if I exactly taught him, but I think I definitely maybe convinced him into it a little bit. We know he's fast from the previous years, was a 400 guy. And so I said, hey, if you just get a little bit of form down, you could be a really good 300 guy. And he talked about it with our coach. Coach kind of took it as a joke at first. And so at about midway through the season, almost end of the season, AJ finally convinced our coach, let him run. And he ran a pretty good time. In fact, beat me. And from there on, it was just history.
Yeah. AJ, what was it like just learning all this and all that stuff?
Well, like Ty said, like I ran the 400, ran the 200. I kind of knew what about a 300 would feel like, but went into it raw. Didn't really know which leg to use to jump with, and then stayed after with Tyler for about a week straight before I convinced my coach. Probably half an hour every day, just hurdle drills, lead leg drills, trail leg drills, just to figure out kind of the mechanics of it, and then just running next to him, trying to pace myself against him, just compare forms. They really helped me out.
Yeah. Overall, of course, going into this season, what were the expectations really for both of you guys? Go ahead, AJ.
I mean, oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, I didn't really have any expectations. I didn't run last year because I got hurt. So
yeah,
I guess it was just be faster than your freshman year, which I hope I am. I mean, growing a little bit. But for me, the expectation was to get back to the state meet and all state in at least one event. I think I did that freshman year. So I think for me, the bar was set. Wanted to do that again.
Yeah. Tyler?
I don't know. First freshman and sophomore year made it to the state meet. Freshman year made it in high jump. Sophomore year made it in high jump and the hurdles. So this year it was really nice I was trying to add on a third event to that. Got two more actually. But really the goal was just to get on the podium for at least one event. And it felt really good to get on for three of them. And so that even set a higher standard for next year.
Any of you can answer this. What is the state meet just like to just take in and just go there?
It's kind of unreal. Our league, at least I know for Tyler, me as well. It's not the strongest league out there for our events in particular. There's some good people in our league and around us, but for our events, we're not pushed too hard. So I think we going to the state meet and running against real good competition for the first time helps us tremendously. I mean, we both PR'd at the state meet in our running events after finally running against people that were on our level.
Yeah. To know that going into that meet, of course, let's start with you, Tyler. You're kind of your state title winning event, I believe, the 110 hurdles. What was that like to get that accomplished?
Well, I knew coming in, it should have been a good race. There was three guys that all had relatively close times. I was really looking forward to running that race, being competitive with those guys. And I don't know if I could say luckily or sadly, two of those guys didn't run a very good prelims race. And so I was the top guy to qualify. And that definitely made me feel a little bit better, but still had to run a good race in the finals to win it. And I did and came out on top, and it felt really good.
Yeah. what did it mean to get that accomplished and to win it overall and know that no one's ever going to take that away from you?
I don't know. I said it. I don't know who I told it to the other day, but probably one of the best feelings I've had in my life, honestly. Um, just that feeling of, I don't know, just being the best there is right now, at least in the division, is a good feeling.
For sure. All right. Well, AJ, I know last year's track season, obviously you got hurt. So obviously you came into the season with, a lot to prove and in your in the 300, what was going into that event? What was that like to just go through and all that?
Well, I mean, like the first time running it and running a good time, I saw a lot of like potential for success. And that's kind of what I talked to my coach about, dropping the 400, sticking with 300 hurdles, because I knew that I had a decent 400 time, but I wasn't going to go anywhere within the state. I wasn't going to drop 4 seconds real quick to go win the 400 state, but I could fix my form and hurdles, drop some time there, and run a good time at state. Hopefully, all state. Talking about that, and then just getting there. My regional time wasn't the best, but on the Tuesday before states, went to our honor roll meet, PR'd by over a second, and saw that I could really have a chance at the title. And I think warming up just felt like a normal meet. I saw Ty win his, so I was super excited to go into mine with a chance to win it as well. I think that's one of the biggest motivating things is to try and win it with Ty. But I got on the line, got set, got warmed up, and as soon as I started the race, got the first hurdle. It was one of the first times I got the first hurdle cleanly. So I got the first hurdle, and I pretty much told myself I'm not going to let anyone else run faster than me. Wanted to win it with my best friend, and I did it.
Yeah. To win a state title for you after everything you went through last year, I bet it felt, to win a state title is something, but to win it after everything that you've been through and with an injuries and all that, and what was that like to win that? I bet it had to feel extra special.
Yeah, it felt really good. I think the biggest thing was for, I don't know, people that either kind of forgot about me or thought I wouldn't live up to it, even myself, like going and winning, just proving that even without last year's chance to run, I didn't drop off at all.
Yeah. I know you two have been friends for a long time. Did you think that, that you both of you would win a state title on the same day? To kind of, it's something that as long as you guys will be friends, you'll always have that day that you'll remember forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it briefly a couple days before. Like, oh, how does we both win? What are we gonna do? Like, do like a backflip at the finish line or something? But we kind of were just joking about that, honestly. Like, we're like, oh, that won't happen. But then it actually came true. And the other craziest part is, I think it was Friday before AJ ran. He's talking to me, talking about what he wants to run, blah blah. And he's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna run like a 38.9, and he predicted it exactly, which is the craziest part. And that's just, I don't know, kind of the funny, ironic, great part about it.
Yeah. Kind of called your shot there, bud.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of joking. My grandpa at the honor roll meet said, oh, I think you're going to run 39.4. And I ran 39.38. So I was talking about it with Ty. My grandpa was there too. And I was like, yeah, I just threw out a random time. I was like, yeah, 38.9, which is not out of the question. I mean, to be a PR by a little bit, but I knew I could do it. But then to run that time across at the same time was crazy. Saw it, looked up, pointed at Ty right after it happened. He looked at the scoreboard. We saw it at the same time. And that was just a little moment we shared.
Yeah. How long have you two known each other?
We went to the same daycare. I think my parents said we were like 3 months old.
That's awesome. And then, of course, all these years later, to have that, and obviously, it's not the only sport that you guys, play together. Of course, you guys are teammates in football. What's that like?
It's awesome.
I think it's just kind of fun.
Yeah.
We grew up together. I was always at Ty's house. He's always at my house. Remember, he'd spend the night at my house before football games and like elementary school, and we'd stay up super late. And we're like, we had weights in my basement. We'd rep those out at night because we thought it'd make us better for some reason. But and then just like going to high school, and it's like, oh, there's my best friend that I was lifting weights at like super late. It was probably 9:30. When we were little kids, it's really fun.
Yeah.
And the craziest part is, I think it worked because we never lost a game like third grade through like freshman year. So
Yeah, that was a fun little time.
Yeah. So now, just with this with track season, what are you gonna most remember about, this year? Obviously the state titles, but Tyler, I'll start with you. What are you most gonna remember about this season?
there's lots of things to remember. We got a good little group of guys and girls that always chat. Just all the inside jokes, all the numbers. We'll remember the eights,
Yeah,
all the I don't even know if I can share them, honestly. It might get
Yeah.
demonetized, but there's lots of little moments between the team, the girls and the guys that will definitely stick with us forever.
Yeah. What about you, AJ?
I mean, yeah, Ty kind of touched on it. Just being able to, I mean, we were all kind of friends, but to become close with both teams, guys and girls, and to go to each meet, have lots of fun, and do well at the same time, I think can't ask for anything more than that.
All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for coming on and talking with us, and congrats on winning some respective state titles, and best of luck both of you from this upcoming football season.
Thank you.